1 second, just 1 second. Just 1 second. I've got this huge ass pumpkin. 1 second. Hi. Well, howdy doody. Hi there. Fancy seeing you here in the pumpkin patch today. Oh my goodness, it must be October. There are so many people here to pick pumpkins. Are you here for a pumpkin? Howdy do. Well, howdy do. Welcome to the farm. I've got this pumpkin here. I'm here for you, Lumi. Who's Lumi? I don't know who that is. Well, golly. Oh, bless your heart. A Boston farmer. This is the South. This is South Carolina. Wait, North Carolina. This is the Carolinas. Welcome. It's weird that you came all the way down here just for a pumpkin, though. Howdy, man. What might your name be? I can be whatever you want. So call me Sugar. I'm sorry. Usually I talk to my pumpkins. It's weird talking to people. I don't know. Put me. That's just right down not Christian, isn't it? That's not Christian of you at all. I'm not a fan of that. Let's not go with that. What's your pumpkin's name? I've got lots of pumpkins. Mary, Maria, Sally, Ashley, Ruth, Nevaeh. I'm just a moose, man. I'm happy as a jackrabbit in the summer. I just love pumpkins. I love being here in the South. I would never go into a city. How long have you been running this pumpkin patch farm? I don't know. It's been years. I've never left the South. You know, I was born and raised here in a blank Carolina. It's all pumpkins. That's all I've ever known. Let me just move this over. Do you beg the pumpkin's pardon when you take the knife to them? I would never hurt a pumpkin. I could never do that. Not my lovely pumpkins. Have your pumpkins won the biggest pumpkin competition last year? You know, I didn't win the biggest pumpkin, but I do make the best pumpkin pies south of the Mason-Dixie line. The secret is the nutmeg. Where do you get the pumpkin for that? My granddaddy picks them. My granddaddy picks them and he slices them up. See, I could never hurt a fly, but my family has been growing pumpkins for years. Thinks the South is still in the 1800s. I'm not in the 1800s. I just love a good pumpkin pie. That's all. It's all pumpkins. Always has been. So yeah, happy October. I've been thinking that it's been kind of scary recently. There's nothing wrong with a bit of wholesome pumpkin chatting. How much is it for your finest pumpkin? Well, pumpkins are decided by weight, aren't they? This here pumpkin's probably gonna go for a nice $30. It's a good pumpkin, aren't you a good pumpkin? Yes, you are. I'll take 1 pump, hold the can of pumpkin spice syrup. We sell coffee down there by the barn. It's the best pumpkin spice latte outside of Starbucks. I'll take 2. Are you sure you're the owner of the pumpkin patch? It's my family's pumpkin patch. We have a tight run ship here, and it's run by my family, and it has been run for generations. We've been running this pumpkin patch for years, for decades, for centuries even. Maybe not centuries. Pumpkin seller, I'm going into 4-H and I need your strongest pumpkin. You can take this pumpkin. There's a lot though. Feel free to look around. Yeah, really? I'm guessing with the amount of fingers you have, your cousins might also be your parents. Well, that's just how it is down here. It's not quite Alabama, but maybe that's how it is. I never went to school. I was homeschooled. I never left the pumpkin patch. School's too far down the road. You know how it is when you're in the farm areas, out here. The bus takes like 2 hours to get to school. There's no way I could have wasted good old pumpkin growing time by taking the bus to some podunk school. I got better things to do than getting an education. No one needs that. All I'll do when I grow up is grow pumpkins. I don't trust them city folk anyway. I know, it's terrible out here. It's terrible out here. Them city people don't understand that it takes 2 hours for me to get to school and back, and it's uphill both ways. Who needs that when I've got pumpkins? Good thing you're so experienced at carrying pumpkins. Any other person would lose their right arm with that uneven hold or worse drop it. I would never. It's like a baby to me, I raised it from when it was just a little seedling. Yeah, in the snow all year round. There's no snow down here. That's why I'm wearing a t-shirt. In October, it's warm all year round. You see, the trees behind me, they're not changing colors or anything. That's just what it is.
It ain't much, but it's honest work.
Yeah, it is. It is honest work, isn't it? It is honest work. Thank you, Dan Tran, for the $5. Thank you, Abby, for the $15. Thank you very much. I'm gonna save that. I don't know what I'm gonna save it for. I could buy a new tractor. Do you always walk around carrying a pumpkin? I could put the pumpkin down. But, then who would hold the pumpkin? Do you wanna take the pumpkin? It's a mighty fine pumpkin. Only $30. All funds and proceeds go to running this farm and running this farm only. All right, thank you. Thank you for taking the pumpkin here. We'll put it in a bag for you later. Yeah. Can you do $5? We still gotta run a business here. Hey, David Sid, thank you for the $30. Here you go. You can have this pumpkin. It's beautiful. It's perfect. It's perfect just the way it is. This one's for you. Pumpkin inflation with those prices. You ever seen a nice? What would the Californians call it? Organic. You ever seen a nice, organically we use natural horse manure from our horses on these pumpkins. They're raised from seedlings by me, hand pruned. I weed this entire field, and then we get the horses all over the place. It's amazing. Organic, that's the word, isn't it, that those Californians use? Yeah, aren't all vegetables organic? Well, I don't actually know what it means, but I've heard it being used. There's some northerners who come down here sometimes and they always ask for organic pumpkins, and I never know what that means. But it seems like they're willing to pay more money for it. You don't need school to know that. Do you have any tractors? We do have tractors. We've got tractors. I drive one. My daddy drives one. My granddaddy drives them. It's a family of farmers. I only eat minerals. Yeah. I put oregano in my pumpkin seeds. Is that what they mean by organic? It might be. What a silly word. I don't know what these people are looking for when they come down here. All I know is I love growing pumpkins. We've also got corn. What else? What else is there? Butternut squash. No apples. That's a northern thing. We don't need those. What's your favorite model of tractor? My favorite tractor model is the John Deere compact tractor. The series 1. the John Deere tractor. I love my tractor to bits. You know, it's a small one, but it does the job. God bless John Deere. We got corn and pumpkins in the north. Well, I bet your corn sucks. You cannot beat good southern corn. Oh my God, is that the thing you put inside my pumpkin spice latte? Yes, it is. We export straight to Starbucks. Are these pumpkins GMO fed or are they organic pasture raised? I don't want GMO pumpkin on my pumpkin spice avocado toast. You just said a load of gibberish to me. I don't understand a word you're saying. Baranos, are you one of them New Yorkers that came down here looking for pumpkins? My field ain't your Instagram pic, sir. I would like to kindly ask you to get off my pumpkin patch, or I'm gonna go and call Daddy, and he's gonna bring out the shotgun, and then you'll have to leave by force. Yeah. Don't bring your terrible words out here into this calm country like don't how could you? How could you do that? Do you have any job offerings for a scarecrow? Oh, we don't need scarecrows. We've got enough siblings to do the job. Imagine not appreciating the superior European engineering of a class Axion 960. Well, we're true Americans here, okay? We use American products only. American tractors for American pumpkins. That's why I'm wearing red, white, and blue. You can't be a real farmer in the States if you're not wearing red, white, and blue every day. America. Oddly, New Jersey has very good corn. Well, there's all that corn in the West, isn't there? But here in the Carolinas, we've got all sorts of things. God bless. Red, white, and blue. All the farmers I know have agricultural sciences degrees. Do you have one? I would never get one of them sellout degrees. Agricultural science. All my farming knowledge is passed down through my family. Why do you need a degree? To learn how to farm. You know why they've got those fancy schmancy agricultural science degrees? It's because they sold out. They're selling to like Tyson chicken and big corn, and they're out here subsidizing farms, and we're losing business as good old country folk, and I don't trust that one bit. We don't need that agricultural science business. That's terrible. I don't need that. I know how to farm. Say it ain't so. Those dang big corn farmers. I'll bet they're out here selling their corn to Boy Scouts of America or something like that. It's not even a real American operation anymore. Do y'all rotate your crops around here? Of course we do. We've got 16 plots of 16 acres, 1 acre per farm, and every year we rotate in some clover. We gotta refill the nitrogen in the soil, you know. See, I didn't need to go to some college to know that. Crop rotation is in my blood. We don't need that science business. We don't need that. Why would you need science to know about crop rotation? Nitrogen is something you can taste, you know? You can just take the dirt, put it in your mouth, and then you'll know how much nitrogen's in that right there. So, is this farm pesticide free? We've got some natural pesticides. You know, you can use ducks to eat bugs. You ever seen that? You can have like a whole herd of ducks out here, and then all the ducks will just go all through the fields and eat all of them bugs. It's amazing. Why do I need them fancy chemicals? All science has ever done is ruin a good farm. We don't need that shit. Southern girl, you need to invest in grapes. Grapes don't grow out here. This is the East Coast, not the West Coast. West Coast is the worst, isn't it? No. This is a good old traditional East Coast Southern farm. Unironically right, since 100 years of learning and experience, you can smell healthy soil and it'll boost your mood. I believe that. I've never needed anything other than the farm. That's all I ever need. Have any animals on your farm besides ducks? Well, we've got the petting zoo for the tourists. You know, when the northerners come down and they're looking to pet some cows or whatever. So we've got some cows. We've got one llama. I don't even know where that one came from. One day, my daddy just came back with a llama, and I said, well, at least it's cute, and we can use that wool for something. Actually, did you know I made my own shirt from the alpaca wool that I harvested, that I sheared by myself, and I dyed it too. In the summer, we grow wild strawberries. Do you have cats on your farm? Yeah, 30 cats. We need them for mousing. We need them. Yeah, we've got 30 cats, 1 llama, 2 cows, 1 pig, 1 large sow. Fake Southerner, we call them dang Yankees. I had to go through some training when we opened up the farm tourism trade, you know, and I was told that they don't like being called the Yankees. I heard that. They said that Northerners up there don't really like being called Yankees or whatever. I don't understand why, but since I'm on the internet with you today, I just thought it would be better if I could just call them Northerners normally. Lemon Love looking to subs for more boba tips. Subs. You're not speaking my language, sir. Touring to foul Northerners. Big corn is putting me out of business, and out here the rural resources are being extracted, and they're just feeding us back shit, aren't they? That's right. They're taking all of our good crop and returning here with Dollar General. Dollar General, I swear, it's run by the devil. It is an unchristian organization. Dollar General is Satan. You should never trust Dollar General. They take our crops and they take our people, and so many people that I went to elementary school with have moved to the north and they've never even looked back. And I blame Dollar General. Here. It's all Dollar General's fault. They're extracting from us. They're taking our resources and giving us back slop. Devil General. Have you run Mr. Monsanto out of town yet? I heard that was a case over in California or something. This is the East Coast. Taking our general store derbs. It's not the derbs. It's not the jobs that are being taken here. They're just taking they're taking our crops. Southern Lumi, how do you like your tea? I put like 4 or 5 sugar cubes in there. I'm sorry, I don't usually talk to people this much. My accent's all over the place. It's kind of embarrassing. I'm so sorry. I'm usually just out here talking to my pumpkins. That's a lot of sugar. That's the only way you should be having tea down here in the South. That darn Amber and her selling out to big corn. See, me and Amber here, we grew up together down here in the South. We grew up here together. I raised pumpkins and she raised corn, and every year at the Harvest Festival we would trade our crops, but here, I heard that she sold out to big corn. How could she? She's the one feeding people corn syrup now. Don't trust her and her corn. My pumpkins are superior in every way. Only tea there is sweet tea. Exactly. What other teas are there? I've heard this thing that the Yankees drink called green tea. Now, I just don't trust that. I just don't trust that green tea. Why is it green? That seems unnatural. Do you grow lemons? There's no lemons here in the Carolinas. I think you should go back and learn about farming from your moms. From your mothers. You make pumpkin tea? I don't think that's a thing. We've got a lot of pumpkin seeds. Plants are green, Lumi. Yeah, but you ever boil a leaf? That's not green. Sweet tea should be brown and iced and sweet. We don't need those weird matches or whatever they're called. You fucking need to diversify your crops. I've got a lot of crops. There's nothing wrong with keeping things the way they are. I don't need chains on the farm. That's crazy. Since when do U.S. Southerners drink tea unless it's iced and filled with enough sugar to make it a syrup? Exactly. As all things should be. Sweet and slow, like molasses. And like my accent. Southern sweet tea is the only way to drink tea. I grew up on Southern sweet tea. It's a miracle that I'm as skinny as I am. It's probably due to all the pumpkin hauling around here. Let's get another pumpkin up here. Pumpkin. Don't forget that our pumpkins are for sale for only $30 each. God bless. Ever go to cow tipping? I have as a kid, but then I felt so bad for the cow that I had to ride him the way up. It was so sad. Just mooing in distress? How could you ever do that to an animal? That's terrible. Didn't we dump the tea into the sea worms? Oh, you dirty Yankees! That's a waste of good tea. How could you? That's a waste of perfectly good tea there. I don't know what's going on with my accent. I'm sorry, I'm a little shy. I'm just gonna hide behind this pumpkin until I get myself together. It's unnatural talking to so many people at once, you know. I don't even know how the internet works. My daddy told me to get on this here YouTube to drive up our business. I think it's just making me shy. I don't know about this thing. Southern Liberty is as sweet as a spring breeze. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's all the warmth in the air, you know. It's like you ever see like an animal raised in captivity? That's the word. I don't know, no predators. I've never been on the internet before. This is really scary. I heard so many bad things, you know. I heard terrible things about the internet. My friends told me that they saw like bad animals, bad lizards. What's that one website? Websites, that's what you call them, right? And they told me not to go on the internet. They said it would hurt my Christian eyes. So I've never done this before. It's all new to me. Lizards are good though. How do you get such a good signal out here in the middle of a pumpkin patch? Well, they recently put one of them their 5G towers. You know, it was set on fire last week, but they were out here fixing it, so we decided to give it a shot before it went down again. We don't take kindly to new fancy schmancy things down here in the South. Welcome to the pumpkin patch. Welcome. Pumpkins for $30. Well, this here pumpkin's a good one for $30, but there's smaller pumpkins if you want for $10, which I think is a good deal considering our rate of inflation down here and how much I'm being stolen from by big corn. Serves it right. $30 pumpkin, that's a normal price for a pumpkin. When's the last time you even bought a real pumpkin? Got any yellow pumpkins? That's an unnatural color, sir. That's the wrong color for a pumpkin to be. That's the spawn of the devil. You should burn that pumpkin. If you ever see a yellow pumpkin, get rid of that thing. That'll curse your lands. You won't be able to grow pumpkin for years. That's some Native American curse right there. I'm not touching that with a 30-foot pole. Just burn that thing right out of the ground. Curse pumpkins. You can't say that. Yellow's the devil's color. Well, that's not true. That's not true. My hair is yellow. All my family's hair is yellow. I don't think. We're good Christian folk. I beg your pardon, miss, but it's time for me to go to work. You have a blessed day now, lass. Oh, bless your heart. I hope you have a blessed day, too. That's very sweet of you. Oh, the lemon woman is the devil. No, we're good Christian. We're good godly folk here. We go to church every Sunday. I was baptized when I was 14. I went down into that pulpit and I came up and I saw the light of Jesus Christ. There are no lemons. I don't know what you're talking about. You must be confusing me with some other person, because there are no lemons here in the Carolinas. We don't grow lemons here. It's the wrong growing zone. Anyone should know that. Don't you read maps anymore? Baptized? Jesus is the real OG. Jesus is my homie. 14. Isn't that pretty late? No. You gotta make the choice yourself. You can't just get baptized as a kid because your parents want you to get baptized. Sounds like you've never been to a church in your life. I'll bet if you stepped into a church, you'd burn up into a crisp. You damn devil worshippers, you can get baptized whenever you want to get baptized. Some other lemon Jezebel. I don't trust citrus. We don't need that. We don't need citrus here in the countryside. And we've just got plain old good sweet tea. You hear that? You see that lemon, the Lipton crap? That Lipton brand has been buying up our crops for years and selling it back to us at an up, what's the word called? What's that word? They're upcharging us on that. I don't trust it at all. Magnum? Thank you for the $100. That could buy me a whole year's worth of seeds. Oh my God, I'm gonna go seed another pumpkin patch right now. You think I could buy an acre of land with that $100? I heard about this thing called investing in seeding funds or something. I don't know what that means, but I like the word seed. I could probably plant a lot of money with that. Thank you so much, Red Man Magic. No, we were just talking about unnaturally colored pumpkins. Don't trust that. Don't trust unnaturally colored pumpkins. Might be cursed. 100 is like 3 1/3 pumpkins. It's a lot of pumpkins.
Who this cube lemon Southern Belle?
My name is... Actually, I don't even know. Did we pick a name yet? I told you at the beginning of whatever this thing, this stream, this video, whatchamacallit. We didn't pick a name yet. Lumi's gardening did Christmas. Did Christmas come early? Thank the Lord, Clarabelle. Clarabelle. That's okay. Lumillust May. I love that. Lumillust May. I think that's the perfect name. You ever been on a hayride? Yeah, we do hayrides here. It's fall. You can join the hayride. It's mostly for kids. It's mostly for kids, but you're welcome to join if you like. It's not spooky or anything. We start our spooky stuff next week. Right now, it's just good old wholesome pumpkin patches and donuts. You ever have a fresh baked, old-fashioned donut with apple cider or spiced rum? Oh my God, I make the best donuts. You should come here around November. I make amazing donuts with the pumpkins that we didn't sell for October. Is it haunted? No. It's good old wholesome pumpkin patch. I would never haunt that. That's ungodly. I think you're misunderstanding the whole point of this here October thing. Halloween is a cursed holiday. We should be celebrating God. Sounds delicious. I'll take 24 donuts. Of course. Well, you'll have to come back in November for that. Pumpkin spice donuts. Yeah. We have it with the pumpkin pies. Did the pumpkins turn your hands purple? Oh, that's an unfortunate accident. You know, when I was young and I didn't really understand how the tractors worked, I accidentally bruised all my fingers. Permanently bruised. Yeah. It's I'm a little shy about it. Don't look. I'm a little shy. Just look away. It's not like I wanted them to be purple or anything. I really wish you wouldn't talk about that. Y'all got any fresh pumpkin pie mix? Yeah, you can buy one whole pumpkin pie for $15. It's a good deal. I hand make them myself. Me and my mama make the pumpkin pies every morning. We sell them to whoever comes down here. We've got one of them, what are they called? Those, those like stores that are on a stick. You ever see those? We operate on a good faith model here. Yeah, $15. Excuse me, ma'am, do you have squash? Yeah, we've got squash. We've got butternut squash down here. Makes for good spaghetti. 15 for pie, but 30 for the pumpkin. I'm trying to figure out your business. Well, I like making the pies, I guess. I'm not so much into weeding the pumpkin patch, but I like making the pie. I could probably make pumpkin pie all day long and never break a sweat. I love baking so much. I would give out those pies for free, but Daddy told me that I should probably sell them so we could keep the farm running, you know. That's 2 hours of work at the Dollar General. That's what I'm saying. Dollar General is run by the devil. How much for the shirt? I made this here with my 2 hands. You can't take this shirt off my back. I harvested this wool from the alpaca, from the llama that my dad bought for the petting zoo. This here ain't for sale. Non-American dollars. Thank you for the non-American dollars. I mean, you can still only get a small pumpkin with that. You can have a slice of pie if you like. Is pumpkin pie pie or is it actually custard? I never thought about it that way. Oh, you know what? I'm not sure. Oh God, it might be a custard. Oh God, but pie is so much more American, isn't it? Huh? I'm gonna go with pie. Custard sounds French, and I hate those. That's ugh. Oh, custard seems so French. Is that a Starbucks? There's no Starbucks here. Sorry, there's no Starbucks for 30 miles unless you take the road. You're gonna have to take the dirt road outside of the patch and then follow it until you hit the main highway there. No Starbucks for 30 miles. Sorry. If you're a country girl, what do you wear on Sunday? I wear linen. I'll wear a nice linen dress to church, and I cover my knees like a good girl. I do love Sunday clothing. My Sunday best. Southern Lumi now. How many variants does this make? Who's Lumi? I'm Lumibelle May. I've never heard of anyone whose name is just Lumi. Now that's just not an American name, is it? That sounds French or something like that. I wouldn't trust someone with a French name. Now that's just not right. It's not American. I feel like I've heard that name before. Maybe you're confusing that with some other girl. It does sound French. It's a dirty French name. You shouldn't trust French-named people. They're just not good in the soul. Something's missing from them, you know? Your family watching NASCAR this season? We're not so much into NASCAR. We don't really have a TV in the house. My family said that TV gives you wrong ideas, and I shouldn't watch. You see, there's bad things on the television. I only see what I can see with my own two eyes, and I read a book here or there. You know, I go down to the library. It takes another hour to get into the city to see the library, but I've picked up some books before. I read that Harry Potter story once, and that's just not right. Magic. Ugh. I don't believe it. TV is the devil's eye. Exactly. I'm glad you see it my way. Who taught you to read? I mean, it's slow. I read slow, but I do it. I've got dreams, you know. I've got dreams. I'm gonna run this here farm, and it's gonna be the best farm in all of the states. And everyone's gonna come to see my pumpkins, but I don't think I can do that unless I learn to read, so I'm still figuring it out. Yeah. Y'all hear about that pink rabbit compound down the way? The mold one? I don't know what she's doing down there. We keep away from the mold compound. It's just not right. Something's up with that rabbit. I don't know what's going on. We don't talk about it. It might plague my crops. Okay? It might bring a pink plague onto my crops, and I just don't trust that. Oh my God. A message from the devil. You'll never take my pumpkins, Monsanto. You'll never take them. Hello, young miss. Our company believes this plot of land can become a lovely corn or soy operation, and we're here to offer you a deal to buy this plot. We'll offer you enough money so you can retire to one of those trendy cities women love so much. I would never step foot in a city, you devil. Monsanto. Get off my land. This hair's been in my family for generations, and I would never sell it to you. You terrible man. I do not bless your heart. You are not a sugar. You're basically salt. You're the salt of the earth, Monsanto. No one should trust you. How terrible. You know how many people have lost their lands to Monsanto down here? We don't talk about them. Miss Lumibelle, if God is real, how come he hasn't brought back my father? God works in mysterious ways. Maybe your father was a bad person. You ever think about that? Did he ever miss church on Sunday? Because I've never missed church on Sunday. See, I'm guaranteed going to heaven, but you remind yourself to go to church every Sunday. Well, gadzooks, howdy there, young miss. Ain't there a pumpkin carving contest around here? Or I heard wrong, when's that? It ends on the 31st. You can get your pumpkins now. This one's $30. It's by weight. You can buy a smaller pumpkin for $10. Pumpkin carving contest is ending this this Halloween. See, we're trying to take the holiday back from them non-Christian pagan folk. They're wearing their devil costumes around here, asking for candy. That's disgusting. We should make it a good old Christian holiday about family and carving pumpkins and harvesting. So, yeah, carve a pumpkin. Save his soul. Industrial agriculture and its consequences has been a disaster for mankind. I blame the Industrial Revolution. We should all just return to farming. Give them their sugar rush. Nailing someone to... No. Now, I don't condone any sort of violence here on this farm. I've heard about these war crimes, and I just don't condone them. I can't condone any sort of violence. You seem like a sweet girl, but you remind me of someone who pushed me into a hole once. You got any wells on your property? We have the one well out back. But no one's fallen into that one. I make sure of it every day when I go for a jog with the 30 cats and the 3 dogs. I make sure that no one's in that well. I would never let anyone fall into the well. That's just not very nice, is it? Good old serfdom. Men crave for the tiller. Yeah, well, it's not serfdom. I don't want to be called that. I just enjoy some farming. Actually, there's many versions of the Bible. We read the good old King James Bible down here. The Pink Rabbit place has too many random shootings. I can hear them fire at all times of the night. I once saw a government man from an alphabet run like a bat out of hell without shoes from that place. Yeah, we don't talk about what's going on over there. I hear there's this place in Nevada out west called Area 51. I actually call the Pink Rabbit compound Area 52. There's all sorts of weird sounds. On a Wednesday night, you can just hear screaming. As loud as you can imagine, and all of us here farmers hear it from all over the place. So loud. I don't know who's dying in there, but we stay away from that devil house. It's terrible. Will you dance on the Harvest Festival? Yeah. I'm not gonna try and be the prettiest girl or anything, but I do like a good Harvest Festival. Cobra screaming. It's dangerous down there. Don't go down the road. There's Amber who sold out to Big Corn, and there's Pippa with her screaming. It's dangerous out there. This could be the last good place in the South. Yeah, you don't need to try, sugar. Does it sound like pee pee pee? I close my ears. I pretend to not hear it. It hurts my soul to listen. I don't know who's getting hurt, but I can't stomach that stuff. Old Lady Tim always causing a fuss. You got deer in the property? Any of them assassins? We've got deer here, but my daddy usually does the hunting. I don't really look at them. I think deer are mighty pretty, though. We've got a large stag head mounted above the fireplace. My parents brought that one home once. This is real, by the way. My parents have a real, like a deer head mounted above the fireplace. It's mighty large, too. Like the antlers, it's like a 6-point antler or something like that. Loom, despair and agony on me. Hee-haw, Loom, despair and agony. What is this? I have no luck at all. Loom, despair and agony on me. Is this a curse? Are you cursing me right now after I offered you my good pumpkins? How could you? They killed themselves? I don't know. I don't know, but it's mounted up there. A 12 point antlers. It's 6 points per antler. Not a real farm till you get a bear in the face with a stick/club. I haven't seen a bear down here. I thought bears lived up in the north. In places like Alaska and stuff. I thought bears were a northern thing. Why are you throwing bad mojo out on me? I don't need... Do that after the harvest, please. You ever go hunting, Lumibelle? I can probably handle a gun on my own, but I've never been hunting. I just can't stomach hurting those cute little animals like that. Tanma grew up on the farm too. Oh, did she? There's a lot of farmers down here, aren't there? Wow.
The classic country comedy show in Hall, ironically run by Canadians.
There's a lot of Canadian farmers, actually. There's a lot of Canadian farmers. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how many Canadian farmers there are. Hee-haw, I'm gonna have to look that up. Now that I've got access to the internet. I never thought I'd have so much information at the tips of my fingers. One would imagine that it could be a corruptive force. I should probably not touch it too much, right? Yeah, farming maple syrup and moonshine? Who, Tanma? Oh, Lady Tanma down the street? The cuter the animal, the tastier the meat. See, I just don't agree with that. I don't think rabbit is that good compared to, like, deer and all of that stuff. So much information at the purple tips of my fingers. Well, I don't really know how to type. I just look at those letters and, I get confused. I don't know where to put my hands. I'm just gonna have to try my best. They call it like picking at them, right? Or like chicken pit fingers. Rabbit still food. Mighty good Canadian pumpkins 3 hours north of Saskatoon. Why don't you just buy good old American pumpkins? I promise they're more worth your dollar. American pumpkins. Worth your dollar. Sorry. I thought I could do one of them fancy TV ads that you hear about once in a while. Henpeck. Hunt and peck. Yeah, like that. I'm trying my best. I know where you can put your hands on a Bible. I touch the Bible every day when I wake up in the morning, and I tell myself, Lumillust, you be a good Christian today, you hear? And then in my head, I tell myself, yes, God is watching. That's why I'm so lucky, because I'm such a good person. I think I've been blessed with a really good life. Are you ever going to expand your business, Lumillust? I think expansion is of the devil. I have a good thing going here. I don't need change. We don't need to get bigger. I've got pumpkins. What else do you really need in life? Everything's basically good. Amen. Man, have you seen a librarian girl pass by these parts? We don't see a lot of people. There's been a lot of tourists recently up from the north. I don't think there's any... I haven't seen any librarian girls. The library's down the way. It's about an hour towards the city. Got any Amish neighbors? They're good folk. Yeah, they come rattling down in their wagons once in a while. We got some help from them when we were setting up the barn. The barn that we set up, we had some help from them. It was real nice. It was real nice of them to help. Really good, lovely folk. Lucy ain't got nothing on Lumiville. Lucy, now that's a good American name. I trust a person named Lucy. Whoever that Lumi person is that you mentioned before, I just don't trust him. Don't trust that one bit. French names, not once. Could sell watermelons. Watermelons don't grow here, silly. Watermelons don't grow here. All them streamer folk been trying to get 3,000 watermelons or something lately. Now that's just silly. What are you gonna do with 3,000 watermelons? Especially in the fall. What are you gonna do? Import watermelons to get 3,000 watermelons? Now that's just not right. Eat good old American crop. That's what I say. Ain't no Southern gal gonna say she's a good person. She's gonna say she does her best every day. I do my best and I'm a good person. Deep down in my heart, I know I've done no wrong. I have no reason to regret. I haven't done no wrong to nobody. I'm a good person. I believe it to be true, and that's all I need. Amen. Darn tootin' nice pumpkin, Lumi. Yeah, pumpkins for $30. Well, it's like $5 per pound. This here's a 6-pound pumpkin. It's as heavy as a baby. Actually, a small baby. Some babies come out real heavy. Would you ever call anyone a slur? It's the South. It's the South. I don't know why you'd ask that question. I would never say such a thing. That's just ungodly. God's gonna look at me and say, Lumillust, what are you doing with your mouth? You go wash that out with soap. And then my grandma's gonna be so disappointed in me. I would never say such a thing on the internet. No, never. Never! I would never do such a thing. $30 for a pumpkin. I'm gonna set up a store right on the road and sell mine for $20 each. You've got a farm too? I bet you sold out to Monsanto. Now that's just unneighborly. You're a bad neighbor. I'm gonna tell the whole country and they're all gonna turn on you with shotguns. You better take your competitive business out of here. Go back to the north where you belong, you city slicker. I can smell it on your boots. You got any opossums out here? I heard them as smart critters. Saw one streaming on the internet. I really like opossums. You know, opossums eat fleas, and they make sure that there's no rabies out here. My dogs have never gotten rabies once. All thanks to opossums. We should thank opossums for a lot of things. Also, thank you, Booma Papaoni, for the $5 and Potato Radio for the 10. I forgot to thank you earlier, and that's just not ladylike of me. Thank you very much. All proceeds go to running the farm. Thanks, opossum. They also steal my cat's food. I mean, cats can share. The cats are out here for mouse. They have enough food. We've got mice, we've got field mice, deer mice. Lots of food for the cats. Suddenly me interested. Down be those possums. There's this pit possum that's extra pesky. Don't say that name. You'll bring a plague on my crops. I don't want to deal in locusts or mold or whatever that girl's got in her head. We run a clean operation here. Possums are cute. I love possums. I think they're real cute. You ever hear in this one country called Australia, or something like that? They've got this thing called the possum. See, we've got opossums. They there got possums. That's weird, ain't it? I'd like to think that ours came first. Ours were the original. Good old American possums. Down under, Farmer Lady, do you have to train your cats to eat mice? Cats don't need to be trained to eat mice. It's in their blood, like farming's in mine. Upside down land, I heard that Australia doesn't exist, the internet told me. Well, now I don't know who to trust. I've only been on this internet thing for about an hour, and now I'm confused. I think this is bad for my brain. You know what? I'm gonna go back to selling pumpkins. Anyone want a pumpkin? I'm gonna stick to my roots. This is what I know. And I don't need anything else. You want a pumpkin before y'all leave? I've got some pumpkin tending to get to. Australia doesn't exist, Missy. Well, I think that's just a lie. I think you're lying to me. Why would you lie to me like that? I'll take 5 for $15. That's not... I can't make money like that. Sir, I'll take care of these pumpkins year-round and you're gonna pay me $15 for 5. That's $3 a pumpkin. That's farm math right there. I don't need more math than that. $3 a pumpkin? That's a bad deal. I can't run the farm on $3 a pumpkin. This here is a prize-winning pumpkin. I bet it would taste great in a pie. And the seeds would be amazing. You can't just take my beloved pumpkins for $3 per. I would take you out, but you ain't my cousin. Well, I gotta respect that. Roll Tide. This here ain't Alabama, this is Carolina, sir. This is Carolina, we don't do that here. I respect it, though. You keep that to Alabama where you belong. We're right folk here in the Carolinas. Pumpkin pivot, 3 pumpkins, please. All right, last call for pumpkins. And then I'm gonna go tend to my pumpkins. I've got other stuff to do. I've got crops to tend to. Oh, our fields are starting to go dry. It's time to crop rotate. And the next time you see me here, I might be selling clovers or clover honey or something like that. Did I just leave the money in the box and table for pumpkin? Yes, good faith. Thank you very much for the $5. You can have 1 small pumpkin for that. Thank you, Damien and Tommy. 1 pumpkin, please. 1 pumpkin coming right up. Thank you very much. Oh my God. Can I buy you 12 pumpkins and a 10 McCorn? I'm not for sale. I thought we were done with that business years ago. No, I'm not for sale. I'm not for sale. You're gonna have to go through the normal process there. Go talk to God first. All right, I've got props. I've got crops to rotate. I've got crops to rotate. I've got things to take care of today. Let me hear fun. Is that Ember Girl down the road? Is she also on the internet today? Is that Ember Girl on the internet? I heard that she started doing this thing called streaming or something like that. Is she on the internet today? It's supposed to be in 5 minutes. All right, that's perfect, ain't it? All right, that's perfect. Oh my God, she's camping. Wait, what? What day is it? What day is it? Let's see. What is she doing later? What is she doing today? Let's see. Streaming is a bad work, Lumabelle. Well, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm just here selling my pumpkins on the internet. I'll take one pumpkin. Do you sell any other goods? I like honey. You can come back in the spring. Once I get the clover patch set up, you can come back for some fresh clover honey. I promise it's good. Thanks for the streaming, and God bless you all. Bless all of your hearts. What a nice, lovely bunch of people you are. I do appreciate you coming down here to buy my pumpkins. It helps me keep the farm running. Lumabelle May, I don't care if Brother Zal shoots me dead for this, but I ain't here for no pumpkins. You, ma'am, are the form of perfection, and I cannot live without you. Please marry me. Well, that's just sweet, ain't it? I'm sorry. That's just so sweet, ain't it? You're gonna have to ask my daddy first, though. Or he's gonna be out here with a shotgun. Brother Zalama. Brother Zalama, that's funny. He's just a farmhand. What a wholesome girl. I hope she doesn't disappear forever like Lucy. Ain't that just the way? Ain't that just the way? The good die young, don't they? Who knows? I've already hurt my fingers in a tractor accident. You should savor what you can right now. You don't know when you're gonna lose it, you know, like dust in the wind. God bless your virtual farm, Lumabelle, and try not to die of cringe after the stream ends. I've had a lovely time. I don't know what cringe is, but I don't think I'm gonna be dying of unhappiness anytime soon. I've had such a lovely time with you folks. I really appreciate y'all coming down from the north and the internets just to come see me and my pumpkins. Thank you for the pumpkin. Don't forget to carve a pumpkin for the pumpkin carving contest. It ends on the 31st. Hope you have a blessed day. Oh, no, I just don't want to end. I don't want to say goodbye yet. Oh, it's just so lovely to have you all here. Oh my God. All right, well, this is Lumabelle May signing off. I'm going to send you guys to Amber down the road. Today's the 17th, right? I'm gonna send y'all down to Amber down the road. She's sold out to Monsanto, but she's still a good girl deep down. I know she only did it to support her family. We shouldn't blame Amber for selling out to Big Corn, you know. All right, I'm gonna send y'all to Amber down there. It was nice meeting y'all today. Bless all of you. Have a blessed day. Amen. All right. I'll see you again. Maybe. Till next time. Goodbye. I don't want to leave. This is too fun. All right. I gotta go. I got farming to do. All right. I'll see you next time. Bye.